Yep, it happened. Apparently a set of portal axles weighs as much as a third of Mars, and it blew the cylinder on our 80-year-old pallet jack. So if anybody's got an extra one, send it our way. We could use one. So today we are doing something super cool. We are actually going to do the unboxing on a set of portal axles for the 6x6. So with that, we have brakes and we have 6 portals. I have not opened this yet. This is what the equivalent of a couple Toyota Camrys worth of goodies looks like when coming from Italy. So without further ado, let's get to unwrapping, shall we? It may be obvious that I haven't touched this yet, so you guys are going to get to see firsthand what it is that we're doing. So first things first, old trash cans. We have a lot of extra waste on this one. Getting this here was no small feat, as you know, with the current economical state of everything and tariffs and shipping and yada, yada, yada. I will say in the past, getting stuff here has always been a challenge, but this actually arrived in shockingly great condition. I've never gotten one of these where the pallet's not ripped open or missing half the parts. I'm actually really excited about this. You're gonna witness all the slow-mo. Okay. Now this first box, it should just be the brakes. And for reference, this is going on a 2017 G65 6x6 conversion. That big honking thing in the back. Now, shout out to Luca over Extrema Ratio, otherwise known as Czar. He did a really good job. This stuff is pretty darn solid. And we must really want to shout out because he gave us a hat. Now, these are cool. Swag is cool. I'm going to touch on this for a second. I purposely don't wear hats because I still have a full head of hair, and I'm going to stick to that mantra for as long as I have hair. Once I lose it, I'll shave it and you'll see me in hats. So that's why we don't sell hats, by the way. So through here, looks like we have brake rotors, Brembo brake pads, which is a good sign, and brackets and hardware and stuff. Oops. Bunch of green packages. We'll probably fast forward as I unload this whole box and we'll cut it open on the table. Okay, so we have crate 1 unboxed. Went pretty fast. So in this, what we're looking at, just so we know, is not the actual portal axles, but we're looking at the accessories that we need to attach them. What we have here are the rear brakes, and this is where it gets kind of interesting. And we're used to solid rotors, but this is actually a 2-piece rotor design. And what this looks like, you have the rotor hat, and then you have the iron disc, which is bolted to the outside. This is really nice from a serviceability standpoint. You can separate these two, and it allows you to, if you wear these out, you can buy just the outer ring versus the whole hat as well. So this is really high quality stuff. You can see it's embossed with their logo on there, Extrema Ratio. Really, really solid stuff. It's all Brembo. We've got Brembo pads to go with it, so all the hardware. We've also got the 4 calipers, which are going to go with the rear of the truck. So this is all stuff for the rear with the exception of this. This is the front. But the calipers are all brand new to work with this truck. And nothing really to say here except it works. So there's that. Plus, we have all the bracketry needed for this. So again, they kind of mixed it in a little bit, but starting with this, because this is the most obvious thing, this is the front supports and the front lower ball joint. And this is the part that gets welded to the axle tube, and then this goes to the lower portion of the portal box, and everything's connected. But this is one of the pieces that you need to have some fabrication skills in order to do this correctly, because you need to clean the bottom of the tubing and make sure everything is correct at 90-degree angles and tight before it is welded. In our shop, we TIG weld everything just to make sure that we keep the heat concentrated and still a bit cleaner product at the end of the day. Along with that, we've got a couple other brackets. They did a really nice job. Thank you, Luca, by the way, for putting all this together. But all the brackets are here, all the pieces and parts are here. Everything's wrapped up, everything's laser cut, very precise, very good looking stuff. So can't wait to get this installed. The way it works when we install these is we get the box is installed on the truck. We don't put weight on it, but we get everything supported, and then everything's mocked up before we weld on the brackets and get everything tidy from that perspective. So this is crate one. We have rear brakes, rear rotors. We have front axle CVs, and these go onto the existing inner axle shafts. So we have to dissect that. And looks like we've got C-clips. Yep, we're all set. We got new C-clips. So we are set there. And we've also got the front axle truss supports as well. So that's all set. I'm gonna get this moved off and we're gonna open up the big case. All right, so this is crate two. And as I'm unpackaging this is your PSA. This is Friday, by the way, so it reminded us, don't forget to submit your rig for G of the week.
G of the week.
And for those of you that don't know what that is, every Friday, Blake and I, we go through submissions and we pick out a cool truck. It can be a cool street cruiser, it can be a cool off-roader, it can be your build, it can be something in military history, it can just be unique because it's something unique. Every G is unique, right? Especially the old ones because, let's face it, they're all hand-built. So, reminder, submit us your G for G of the week.
G of the week.
And you can, it's through Instagram, by the way, for those of you that don't know. They have it on computers and your phone. Ah, crap, I'm gonna need tools. That was almost too easy. Really thank you, because I was getting low on packing material. Anyway, let's see what we got. We have CV boots. Those are in the first crate. We have clamps, we have sight glasses. Those are pretty cool, so you can check your oil levels. We have central left, great job on labeling. Rear right, these are caliper brackets, by the way, for those of you wondering. And bolts to go with it. We've done a couple sets of these, so we understand what we're dealing with. Rear. These are axle shafts. Rear. Central. Here's what I love. You can tell it's not from the US because it's central versus center. It's Italian, by the way. Front brake caliper brackets. Central right, central left. Looks like we're getting into the, here we go. Oh my God. Why don't we just unwrap one of these? I'm not going to put all 6 of these up on the table because it would collapse the table. And plus I don't want to crack the concrete. It's just labeled. Rear right. Okay, so this is the rear right portal hub assembly. Now in order to get this on the truck, I will have to disassemble this and put it together with regards to this goes in the axle tube. It gets a special sealant that goes on there. And everything gets torqued, and then there's some O-rings behind there. Then this plate goes on, then we put the gears in, and then we use a special compound to seal the two case halves together. The compound that we use for this is actually an anaerobic. Because I found that these case halves are machined so precisely, I use the same anaerobic that we use on like Porsche case halves. It's kind of an orangey stuff made by Loctite. Only costs like $3 gazillion for a little tube of it, but it works really, really well. And we get everything buttoned up. We got spots for our ABS wheel speed sensors. These are nice because they're all machined and they're tight. They work nicely. Plus there's bosses for O-rings inside of there. So anyway, this is the rears. I'm going to pull one of the fronts out so you can see the difference on that. Bear with me. There it is. Fuck, this is heavy. I'm going to move all this over. Does this make my butt look big? Okay. This is one of the fronts. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with why we're doing this, the reason is on this truck, when it was originally put together, now granted, we didn't build the entire truck, we merely finished it. It was built using the products from Ukraine, which I believe is Werewolf is the name on that. So they worked okay, but we ran into a couple key flaws. I'll talk to you about what that is. But the first and foremost reason why we're here today is the boxes on that truck, one of them broke. And it was due to a simple stress fracture. What happened was due to harmonic frequencies or manufacturing imperfections or something that was outside of our control, the case has cracked in half and leaked out all of its fluid and pretty much rendered the truck inoperable. And by case, I mean one of the left rear portal box housings, the Werewolf version, not the Extrema version. And we went back and forth with those guys, and I understand that they're in the middle of a conflict right now, and getting anything done is particularly challenging, and my heart goes out to them. So knowing that we couldn't get a replacement case half, we couldn't get any replacement parts, we had to make the decision to switch gears, literally. So with that, we reached out to a couple folks, and Luke over Extrema Ratio, he was always pretty responsive and explained our situation. We said, hey, we've got this problem, and it's a non-factory 6x6. It's one that's been built, and we need a set of portals to complete this package that work. So I said, no problem. Here's what it costs. Here's the parts list. Here's everything you're going to need to make it happen, soup to nuts. So here we are. Now that we have it here, now we can commence on getting it put back together. Jeez. He wasn't kidding. I said I was low on packing material. We are set. So needless to say, if you go to our online store and you order a set of rock sliders or anything, chances are you're going to get it wrapped up in a box with this green packing material. Because we're a green place around here. We like to recycle, reduce, reuse, and recycle. Now, truth be told, I just hate buying packing material. I think it's a waste of money. Okay, here we are. So this is front left. Yeah. There we go. So here we've got the juxtapose. We have the rear versus the front. You see that the case halves themselves are pretty darn similar, but where it differs on the rear, it has this flange that bolts right to the rear axle tube, versus the front has a swivel ball or a knuckle assembly that's attached to it. And this is kind of a big deal because, as you see, you've got in the other box, we've got the CV axle half that goes through here, and that's how, we run the factory axle shaft through here, then it hooks up to the aftermarket CV axle, then everything gets assembled from there. This is where the lower ball joint goes, and then you've got that cradle arm that goes up as well. So there's a lot going on here, a lot of weight. And this is what's going on that truck. Now, whenever we're building a truck like this, it's important to have not only the right portal axles, the right pieces and parts, the right sealant, stuff that's strong, but you also need to have the right suspension. And this is going to be phase 2 of this truck. Right now, the truck is sitting on, for lack of better words, some sort of, I don't know if you can really see it, Sachs, Bogue, some sort of off-brand shock that I'm not really familiar with, but the body of it is very, very, very small. In other words, it doesn't have the damping ability to control this much mass going down the road or anything off-road. We did take this out in the desert, and it bottomed out really quickly. Like by the time we got off the road and was going 15 miles an hour, it just slammed right onto bump stocks. So that became readily apparent. First off, we need to put a set of heavy-duty springs up front, and we need to put a different shock body altogether that can actually withstand the weight, the unsprung mass, the wheel mass, and keep everything in control. So that's gonna be phase two. So now that we have all the pieces and parts unwrapped, I'm not gonna unwrap the rest of those because, it's hot. I wanna show you what to expect when you buy a set of portal axles and they come in crates. Everything's gonna come wrapped up, everything's gonna become labeled and ready for your professional installer to get them on your truck. And no, it's not for the faint of heart. It is a very invasive procedure. It does require a lot of time to do it correctly and complete disassembly of the axles front and back, and a lot of knowledge and know-how of how, not only mechanics of how to get these together, but mating surfaces, tolerances, gear lashes, everything, make sure everything is dialed in perfectly. So our next steps, we're gonna get these on the truck, get the truck rolling again, do the suspension upgrade, and you're gonna see this thing rolling down the road on its next phases. Joe Gocher, Alliance Motorworks, Loveland, Colorado, nothing but G's. We got lots more of this stuff. Oh, and don't forget, it's Friday. Give us your G of the Week submission.